Hello and welcome back, dear children. I am Vandana and I am going to take your book 5 of Acknowledge series by Amit Publishing House. This is your book, the first page of your book, and the name of the book is Let's Click, a trendy way to learn computers. So we will be doing today our first chapter, that is working with tables. As we already have learned many things in our previous classes about MS Word, we have learned many things. MS PowerPoint we have learned. Today we are going to learn how can we make tables in MS Word. So let's start with our chapter. So what are tables? Yes, we have made many tables. While doing some of the work to distinguish between the work, we use the tables. Tables are useful for various tasks such as presenting text information and numerical data. In Word, you can create a blank table, convert the table to a text and apply a variety of styles and formats to existing tables. So these all things we can do in Word. What we are going to learn today, let's see. Creating a table, how we are going to create a table, modifying the table, calculations in a table, entering data into a table and formatting table. So let's begin. A table is a set of data, text or numbers. So a table can be filled with text or numbers arranged in rows and columns. So what is a table? Tables are made like this. It is made in rows and columns. The intersection of rows and columns form rectangular boxes called cells. So here we can see these lines are intersecting each other. They are meeting here. This is the point of meeting. So this is the point of meeting of these lines. So it is intersecting here. So whenever they meet, they form a rectangular box called cells. So this is a cell. This is a cell. Again, this is a cell. The vertical series of cells in a table is called a column. So when we make a vertical series of cells, then it is called a column. So this is a column. The horizontal series of cells on a table is called a row. So rows and columns meet each other to make cells. Table is useful for, it is used to organize a collection of related data in rows and columns. So whatever we have written, we can make it look organized by using the tables. Compare information on different categories. We can compare information given on different categories. Find information easily. We can also find informations and catch intention of the reader. So whenever I will, there will be a table in front of you. Your eyes will go there first. Or where there is a picture, eyes go there first. So how we are going to create a table? Let's read. In MS Word 2019 document, a table can be created in different ways. They are discussed here one by one using a grid. The first method is given here. There are many methods of making a table. The first method is using a grid. To insert a table using a grid, follow these steps. What are the steps? Place the insertion point of the document where you want to appear the table to appear. So this is the blank page of my document. And here I have put my cursor. So first I have to select the area where I want to insert the table. Click on the insert tab. Then I have to go to the insert tab and there we have to click on this table option. And from there we have to go to the tables group. A table grid will appear. See, this is the grid. We can select the number of rows and columns that we want to add in our table from here. Drag the mouse button to highlight the desired number of rows and columns. click the mouse button, an empty table is inserted in the document. After selecting here, this table will be inserted here. So we have to select the number of rows or columns that we want. Now, another method is using the insert table option. The steps to insert a table in document using the insert table options are as follows. First, we have to click on the insert, go to the insert tab, and from there we have to select the table option and in the tables group and select the insert table option from there. The insert table, here we can see this is our insert table option given here. So we have to click on this. After we click on this, what will happen? A box will open. This is our insert table, and here we can put the number of rows and columns that we want. So these are the columns and these are the rows. See, there are 2 rows. So 2 rows are here, 1 and 2, and number of columns are 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 columns. After doing this, the desired number of, and after clicking here, we have to click on this OK button and go to the next option. Drawing a custom table. How can we draw a custom table? Custom table means we can change the table according to our choice. It is not required that we have to make 2 rows and 5 columns. It is not necessary. We can customize it according to our choice. We can delete or add numbers of rows or columns in it. To draw a custom table, follow the steps. Steps are given here. Click on the table option in the tables group. On the insert tab, we have to click on the tables group in the insert tab, and from there we have to click on the draw table option. Click and drag to draw a rectangle in the document. So here we have to, here we can see there is written draw table. So we have to click here on this draw table option, and after clicking here, what will happen? We can drag and draw the rectangles in the document, draw horizontal lines to create rows and draw vertical lines to create columns. So horizontal lines are made to create the rows and vertical lines are drawn to create the columns. After this, come to converting text in a text to a table. So we have made the table. We have learned how can we make the table. There were 3 options by which we were making the table. Now we are going to learn how can we convert text to a table. Suppose a text is already written here and I want to insert a table. So what we can do? In Word 2019, you can convert the text to a table. In this example given below, each row of information contains an item name to and price separated by space. So here we can see item name is given, price is given and some space is given. Item is pen and the amount is given in front of those items. So what we have to do? We have to insert a table and make it organized. So first we have to select the text. Before doing anything, what we do? We just select the text. Then we have to go on the insert tab. From there we have to go to the tables group and select the table option. Now after that we have to click on this option, that is convert text to table option. So after clicking on this option, what will happen? It will be done like this, and after doing it, what we have to do? We have to click on the OK button. So after clicking on the OK button, see here we have written the number of columns and the number of rows, and the column width is auto, means it is according to the computer, and we can adjust it according to us. So after doing all these, after following all these steps, what happened? We can see the product and the quantities written so clearly that we can easily identify where the product is and where the quantity is. So here is the product and these are the quantities, and all of these are arranged in different columns. To convert text to table, option gets highlighted in the table drop down menu only when the text is selected. So whenever we select the text, so it is very important to remember that first we have to select the text. So after selecting the text only, this option will be highlighted in your menu, in your insert tab table menu. Okay. Next is entering data in a table. How can we enter data in a table? You can enter text in a table in the same way as you enter text in a document. So it's very easy. You can do it very easily. What we have to do, let's read. To move, to enter data into a cell, click on it and then type the text. So if I want to insert here something, in this line something, what I have to do, I have to simply bring my mouse pointer here and click here. I have to do single click here, and after doing here we can see a cursor will come like this and we can type whatever we want. To move to the next cell, press the tab key. So I have written here and I have written the serial number. Now I want to go to this name. What we have to do? We have to click the tab button. We have to click on this tab button on the left side of the keyboard. So after clicking on this button, what will happen? The cursor from here will jump to this, and after writing this it will jump to here when we will press the tab button. To move to the previous cell, press shift plus tab. So when we want to go from the name column to the serial number column, what we have to press? We have to press shift plus tab key. And to move to the cells, press the arrow key. So if I want to go to another cell, what we can see? We can use the arrow key. There are 4 arrow keys in our keyboard, on our keyboard. So we can press the arrow key to move to another cell. How can we modify the table? Modifying the table is very easy. First we have to insert a new row. How can we insert a new row? We are going to learn. To insert a new row in the table, follow the steps. Place the cursor in the column to the left or right to which the new column is to be inserted. So here we can see there are total 4 columns. So I want to insert another column here. So what we have to do? We have to click on the layout tab under the tables tool, and from there we have to go on the insert above or insert below option. So if I want to insert a column above, so I have to go to above option, insert above option, and if I want to insert a column below, then I have to go below, insert below option. In the rows and columns group, where? In the rows and columns group in the layout tab. So this is our layout tab, and here after doing all this, what happened? We can see a column is inserted here. So there were total 4, and here we can see there are total 5 columns. So this is the way through which we can insert a new column. Now inserting a new column, another way is given. To insert a new column in the row, in the table, follow these steps. Place the cursor in the column to the left or right to which the new column is to be added. I want to add a new column here. In between father and address, I want to add a new column. So I have to place my cursor here. Okay, in any of these. Now click on the layout tab under the tables tool, click on the insert left or right option. If I have clicked on the left, then the column will be inserted to the left, and if I have clicked on this insert right option, that column will be inserted to the right. In the rows and column group we have to go. A new column gets inserted in the table. So after doing all this, what will happen? A new column will be inserted here. Alternatively, you can right click the table, then hover the mouse over insert to see various rows and column options. Then select the desired option. So another way is there, this is alternatively means another way is there that we can also right click on the table and hover the mouse. Hover means move the mouse over and insert to see various row and column options given, and from there we can select and insert a new column in our table. Okay. Next is we can add a row or a column in a table by clicking on the plus sign. We can also click on this plus sign by which we can add a row or column in our table. This appears when we place the mouse pointer over the intersecting lines between the rows and a column. So, as I told you, these are the intersecting lines. So, if I place my mouse pointer here, this type of sign will come. Otherwise, there will be an arrow. But if I place my mouse pointer here, this type of plus sign will be there, and by clicking on that also we can insert rows and columns. Next is deleting rows or columns. How can we delete? We have learned how can we insert, but now we are going to learn how can we delete rows or columns. To delete rows or columns, follow these steps. Steps are given. Place the cursor in the row or column to be deleted. So whatever column or row I want to delete, we have to place the cursor there. Now click on the layout tab in the tables tool. So where we have to go? We have to go to the tables tool, and from there we have to on the layout tab we have to go to the tables tool. Click on the delete option in the row and column group. A list of options will appear, and from there we can choose and delete the. Okay. Next is fourth step says click on the delete column or delete row. Whatever we want to delete, whether we want to delete the row or the column, we have to click on that option and the row or column will be deleted. So we inserted this and we want to delete this column. So after clicking on this delete column option, we can see in this picture that column is deleted. Next is merging cells. What is merging? Merging means two cells are already given, two cells are there, and we want to delete the line in between that cells or row. So here we can see this is our first row, and we can see one line, two line, and three lines are there. We want to delete all these three lines. Only want to keep this and this line. Here we can see we have merged and the end result is this. So merging cell refers to combining two or more cells in a row or a column into a single cell. To merge cell, follow these steps. Some steps are given. Select the cell to be merged. Then click on the layout tab under the tables tool, and there you have to click on the merge cell option in the merge group, and the selected range of cells will get merged into a single cell. See, here we can see that it has merged into a single cell, and it will, whatever we write, it will be spread to the whole cell. Next is splitting cell. How can we split cell? We have learned how can we merge. Now we have to split it. Means cells are already merged, and now I want to insert lines in between them. So how can we do that? This is called splitting. Splitting cells refers to dividing a single cell into multiple cells. By this, we can divide a single cell into multiple cells. So this was a single cell, and we divided into 4 parts. To split a cell, follow these steps. Click on the cell that you want to split. So first we have to click on the cell that we want to split. Then click on the layout tab in the table tools, and from there we have to select the split cell option in the merge group. Specify the number of columns and rows. So whatever the number of columns or rows that we want to split, you have to specify there. Now next is resizing row height and column width. How can we resize the row height and column width. You can resize the row height and column width using the mouse pointer or by using the option available at the layout tab. Using the mouse pointer option, what we have to do? To change the row height or column width, follow these steps. First is position the mouse pointer to the row border or position the mouse pointer to the column border. So what we have to do? We have to put the mouse pointer to the row or the column border. Next, we have to drag the arrow up or down, right or right, up down to decrease or increase the row height, and right left arrow to increase or decrease the column height. So any of these points we can follow to resize the height or width of our row or column. The selected cell is divided into the number of rows and columns specified by you. Using the layout tab. How can we use the layout tab? To change the row height or column width using the layout tab, follow these steps. How can we change the row height and column width using this layout tab? First, we have to click on the click inside the table to select it. So whatever I want to increase the height or width of this, so I have to click inside the table, and after clicking it will be selected. Next, we have to go to the tables tool tab at the top of the window, including the layout tab, and then we have to go to the layout tab in the ribbon. It's under the table tool. So this is our table tool, and here we can go to change the row height or column width. We can go there. In the cell size group, you will find options to adjust the row height, column width. So in the cells group, we can see, here we can see, we can adjust the row height or column by typing here, or we can click on any of these options given here. You can also drag the row column border to manually adjust the height or width. We can also drag it by using the mouse pointer to adjust the height or width. And at last we have to click on the OK button. After doing that, what will happen? The row or column will be adjusted according to our choice. Next, children, come to formatting tables. How can we format tables? We are going to learn this. After creating a table, you can format it, that is by applying different styles or apply border or shading to our table. So we have already learned how to make a table. Now we are going to learn how can we format the table that we have made, and how can we make it look more attractive. Here, first is table styles. MS Word provides many inbuilt table styles that let you quickly change the border, shading, alignment and fonts of the table. So all these things we can change in MS Word. What all things? We can add borders, shadings, alignments and fonts in a table. How can we do this? Select the table or click anywhere outside the table. So we have to select the table first. Then we have to go to the design tab and under the tables tool. Under the tables tool we have to go to the design, in the design tab we have to go to the tables tool, and there we have to click on the more button. After clicking here, where we have to go? We have to click on the table style. So here we can see these many table styles are there. We can select the style that we want and click on the click and select the desired style. Whatever style we want, we can click from here. And after clicking here, what will happen? The table that we selected, here we can see that this whole format has changed. Everything is changed here. Next, how can we apply border to the tables? We have changed the formatting of the table. Now we are going to learn how can we add border to the table. This is a table and we have to apply border to it. To apply border, for various steps are there. Select the table. First we have to select the table and position the cursor in any cell of the table to apply table border. click on the design tab. After selecting it, we have to go to the design tab under table tools. Click on the arrow next to the border option in the table style. After here there is the borders option given. We have to select this, and after clicking on the drop down arrow, what will happen? This dialog box will open, and from here we can select the border that we want to apply. From all these borders we can select the border that we want to apply in our table, and then just we have to click on the OK button. See, here we have to click on the borders and shadings, and we have to select the settings, style, color and width. See, this is our border and shading dialog box, and from here we can select the border, the page border and the shading option can be selected from here, and these are the styles, these are the colors, and the width, how much width should the table be. So this is the table that we selected, and we have applied border to the table in the way that we have selected here. After selecting all this, we have to just click on this OK button. Next is applying shading to our table. How can we apply shading to a table? So here we can see there are two pictures given in our book. In one picture we can see everything is blank, and in the second picture we can see there is a blue line in the mark sheet column. So this is called shading, adding shading to the table. To apply background color on the table or on selected cells, follow these steps. Select the table or select the cells. So we can either select the table or we can select any of the cells. Click on the design tab under the table tools. Click on the arrow next to the shading option in the table style group, and a list of color options will appear. So here we can see there are so many color options available. We have to select the color of our choice from here, and after selecting, what we have to do? After selecting, that style will be applied in our table. Now how can we change the alignment of the text table? So alignment means the position of the table. How can we change the position or the alignment of the table? To change the alignment of the text or the table to the alignment of the text, as we already have learned, there are 4 types of alignments: left, right, center and justify. So there are 4 kinds of alignments. So from any of these alignments we can select the type of alignment that we want. We have to go, for that we have to go to the layout tab under the tables tool option, and from there we have to select the go to the alignment group. So here is our layout tab. Here we have to go, and we can see there are so many tabs given here. We can select the alignment option from here, and our text, the type of alignment from any of these 4 can be choose, and our text will align according to the alignment that we have chosen. Next is how can we format text inside the table. So for formatting the text that is inside the table, these options are given. First we have to, you can format the text inside the table in the same way as we format in our document. This way is the same, using various options in the font group on the home tab. So this is our home tab. We have to go here, and in the home tab we have to go to this font group, and here we can see these options are available. I can choose from here. I can change the style of my text. I can increase the size of my text. I can insert bold, italics or underline option here, and the rest of these options can also be available and can be used for formatting the text that we have written inside our table. Next is inserting picture in a table. how can we insert picture in a table? You can also insert a picture in a table cell. To insert the picture in a table cell, follow the steps. Steps are given here. We can see there is a blank. This is a table, and after inserting pictures from here, we can see this picture is inserted inside a table. So, what are the steps to be followed? Click on the cell where you want to insert the picture. So, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are total 5 columns, and we have inserted a picture in the third column. This is our third column. So, we have to select the area where we have to insert the picture. Then we have to go to the illustration group in the insert tab, and the insert picture dialog box will open. This is our insert picture dialog box. From here we can select the picture, or we can also browse the picture from internet, and just click on this insert button. After clicking on this insert button, the picture will be inserted in our box. Next, we are going to learn something new, that is how can we calculate in a table. We know how to use a calculator. We have already used it manually or in the computer, but here we are going to use the calculation in MS Word in a table. You can perform calculations or the numeric data entered in a table in Word. To perform calculation, follow these steps. Steps are given here. Click on the cell where the result is to be displayed. So, we have this is my here there is a picture. Wherever I want to display the result. I want to add, there are some name of some students given here and the marks are here, and I want to just add all these marks here. So, I have to click here. Click on the layout tab under the table tools. Click on the formula option, the formula dialog box appear. So, after clicking on the layout tab in the table tool, this formula box will open, and the sum formula is already displayed. So, here the sum formula is already displayed. Sum means adding something. So, when we want to add something, we use sum. So, sum formula is already displayed here. We just have to click on the OK button. Here is the OK button, and after clicking on this OK button, what will happen? We can see here the total is already done. So, this was how can we calculate in table. Now, quickly come to the recall time. Tables are useful for various tasks such as presenting text information, numerical data. A table is a set of data arranged in row and column. Rows and columns. The intersection of rows and columns form rectangular boxes called cell. A vertical series of cells in a table is called a column. The horizontal series in a table is called a row. You can enter text in a table in the same way you enter text in a document. To enter data in a cell, click in it and then type the text. Merging cells refers to combining two or more cells in a row or a column in a single cell. So, by this we can merge the cells. Splitting cells is just the opposite of the merging cells. So, by splitting cells we refers to dividing the cells into multiple cells. You can resize the row height and column width using the mouse pointer or by using the options available in the layout tab. You can format the text inside the table in the same way as you format text in the document using various options in the font group on the home tab. You can also perform calculations on the numeric data entered into a table in Word. So, these were all the points that we have learned in this chapter and we have recalled it. Now, let's come to the tick the correct options. First question is, which of the following can be used to create a table in Word 2019? So, what can we use? We can use insert table option, drawing a custom table option, grid, or all of these. So, this is the correct answer, all of these. We can use all of these options. To insert a row in a table, click on the dash tab. If we want to insert a row, where we have to click? We have to click on the layout tab. Next, to move to the previous cell in a table, press and hold the shift key and dash option. We have to click on this tab option. Which of the following option is present in the rows and column group? Which option is present in this? In the layout tab under the tools, table tools. So the correct answer is all of these options are here. Insert above is also there, below, left, all of these options are there, and right is also there. So all of these options is the correct answer. Next, which of the following option is not present in the layout under the table tools? So what is not present? Yes, borders is not present in the layout tab. So these were the answers of tick the correct. Now come to fill in the blanks. The horizontal series of cells in a table is called a row. The intersection of rows and columns for rectangular boxes called cells. To move to the next cell in a table, press the tab key. The merge cell option is present in the dash group. Where is the merge cell option present? Yes, obviously the answer is given here. So answer is merge group on the layout tab. Dash cell refers to the dividing of single cell into the multiple cells. So the correct answer is we are dividing. So we are using splitting. Splitting cells option. So we are using splitting cells is used to divide the single cell into multiple cells. Now come to true and false. You cannot merge the cells of a row in a table. So the correct answer is false. This is false. The vertical series of cells in a table is called a row. No, this is also false. The border option is available on the design tab. Yes, this is true. You can change the row height and column width using the layout tab. Yes, this is also true. And to move through the cells, press arrow keys. Yes. So fifth option is also true. So first two are false and the rest three are true. Now next come to question and answers. What do you mean by cell? So cell is the intersection of rows and columns, horizontal lines, rows and columns that form a rectangular box, and that box is called a cell. What are rows and columns? So vertical series of lines are called columns, and the horizontal series of lines are called rows. So next, come to the next question. Write the steps to insert a table using the insert table option. So to insert the table, we have to go first to the insert tab, and from there we have to go to the table option. First we have to go insert tab, then we have to go to the table option, and from there we have to go to the insert table option, and from there we have to click on the desired number of rows and columns that we want, and just after that we have to click on the OK button. After doing this, the table will be inserted through the insert table option. Next is write the steps to merge the cells of a column. How can we merge the cells of the column? So before merging, first step is we have to select the cell that we want to merge. After that, we have to go to the design tab, and in the table tool group, and from there we have to select merge. From the border option we have to select there we have to select the merge cell option, and the merge cell option is present in the merge group. So from there we can select it, and after clicking on that option, the cells will be merged and a single cell will be made in front of us. How can you add borders around a table? So it's very simple to add borders around the table. First we have to go to the design tab, and there we have to select the border option. The answers are given here in the questions only. We have to go to the border option, and from there we have to go to the border and shading option, and different types of borders are given there. We can select the desired border that we want, and after selecting it we have to just click on the OK button, and the necessary border, the selected border will be applied to our table. So children, this was all for today. Hope you understood how can we insert tables in our document, and how can we edit the tables, and how can we add different styles to our table. So this was all for today. Hope you like the class. Till then, stay elated for the next video. With the next chapter I will be ready, and hope you will come soon. Thank you.